Good morning. Here we are again. It's a little later. Um, why is it a little later? I'm not really sure. But I went ahead and ate, so maybe that's why. I was off yesterday, even though I don't work that many days. As far as the gift shop, I'm always working on something. And to give an example, I had listed some of my websites on a couple of the videos. There's a recap site for TV shows that I've done. I've had it for like 6 years, and I get up to 50 visitors every day. Kind of monetize that thing. I've been working on that. It's kind of interesting because I started and then I was like really into it for a couple of years, or it seems like a couple of years, maybe it's just a couple of summers. And then every now and then I'll go and do some recaps now, but it always gets views. And so that's randomrecaps.wordpress.com. Yes, this is an advertisement. No. And then I have my tiny house blog for my tiny house. That's my next step. My van, my mobile living will lead to my living in my tiny house somewhere. And then there is my travel blog from when I traveled using Work Exchange. That is Ms. Rene's Travels.wordpress.com. And then I actually have another blog, but it's not listed. I'm not exactly sure of the website. It's one of the WordPress blogs, and so when you're working on WordPress, you can just go from one blog to another. But it's called Colorblind Celebrities. So maybe if you just Google Colorblind Celebrities WordPress, you'll find me. I just don't know the exact name that I gave it. I also have my fashion consultant site, apassion4style.com. Has its own domain. It's an interesting site. And then coming soon, when I get a host, I'm going to be setting up my Rene's Eclectic Shop.com. Now I have Rene's Eclectic Shop at Etsy for my jewelry that I make. I'm going to go back to making lip balms at some point. I'll have to figure out how to do that in the van. I actually have an idea. That will be through the other Etsy. I was making and selling lip balms for a while, a couple of years ago. They are called Violet Love Lip Butters because I lip purple so much. And okay, so back to what I actually logged on to tell you. So I worked, I didn't work so much as I just kind of, I enjoyed the view here. I'm going to have to make a video where I edit so that I can add some of these pictures from the beautiful bay where I'm sitting today and was sitting yesterday. Yeah, there wasn't a lot going on really, I guess. I've been in this area a few days, parking in that same spot, and think I might try to go back to the other area tonight, just because it's, I don't know I don't know how many van videos you've watched, but I know you're supposed to be stealth, and I think part of that is not staying in the same place too long. And so I was considering trying to go back to the other place that was so crowded, but just going a little earlier. Of course, that would put me into non-stealth because then I'd be sitting and waiting for it to get dark. So I'm not sure. Maybe I'll just go with the flow. I have to watch my gas though. But since today is the only day I work until Saturday, I could actually go back to the other side of town for the rest of the week. Except that was where I was having the most time trying to find a spot. I think the lady that helped me out will be back today, though. I don't know. I'm considering that option. So I've enjoyed my time here. Again, I'm just thinking that It'd be better if I wasn't over here like all the time. I do like that coffee shop. It's open till 9. I like that. That is something to consider. I don't get off till 5. I could be there for 4 hours on the computer. So I have to buy something though, because yesterday I didn't. I was there and I thought I was gonna, that the sign was wrong, and I just had to tell her that I couldn't get it because I couldn't spend that much on what I was gonna buy. It was just too much, especially because I had a plan to eat after I finished there. And so yeah, I ended up not buying anything. So if I go today, I'll have to buy at least something, which is the downside of coffee shops. You don't want to just sit there. I mean, people have said that they've gone into coffee shops and just gotten hot water. At Starbucks, I think, is a different story. They're so big and there's so many of them. Maybe it's not that big of a deal. I don't know. I like the 9 o'clock thing though. It's a bookstore. It's not like I'm already not buying books. So I feel like I should do something. Yeah, that's one thing I was going to tell you. So I know you guys don't really know me at all, but maybe you'll begin to know by the things I say and do. But unfortunately, I'm one of those people, and I say unfortunate because it's really a big problem at times. One of those people that feels like they always have to do the right thing. Even this van thing, there's certain, not rules, but there are certain things that have been put out there to do in order to help everyone that is doing this, like the stealth thing, not going to your spot too early so that you're sitting in front of someone's house or beside their house and them not knowing who you are. And I understand that, but my thing is, I get to the mental thing, I get in my head, believe it or not, and I feel like if I don't do it just right, I'm going to ruin it for everyone else. And that's like a pressure I don't really like. That's why I really am into getting my own spot somewhere. At least a spot that says, hey, when I come, you're available for me. I don't have to worry about this other stuff. So I haven't heard back from the one guy yet. And another lady that might help me is coming back in town today. Yeah. So that's that. I know it seems weird, but I understand what they're saying about it. I mean, if you live somewhere and you're, I don't know. Personally, I feel like you have to be really paranoid in this town to think someone's going to be after you sitting in front of your house, because people are coming and going constantly from Canada and other states because it's that kind of a touristy town. And apparently it's really very open to this type of living. So maybe I'm just being paranoid. I hate when I'm paranoid. All right, this has gone on way too long. Talk to you tomorrow.